control.
You heard me.
Look at this shit on.
You already know.
Hey, see, every time I do that clap, it literally gets me back into that what's the word challenge.
Is that my wave, cuz?
Nah, that's you right there.
Damn.
Man, welcome to the Damage Control, where the damage is control.
I need more energy than that, bro.
Welcome to the damage. I already did it.
Welcome to the Damage Control podcast, where the damage is controlled. Go ahead, T.
Mother freaking control.
Oh, man, that shit gonna look hilarious.
You do it yourself. I don't care. I'm not gonna cuss.
Oh, God. Man, we back, man. Episode number 9. You know what I'm saying? I got Tina Carter Show, Forever Nick Moss in the bed. We recorded a little behind schedule, but you know, we've been chilling. We typically chill afterwards, but we chill prior. And who knows, we may even chill afterwards. Right. So, yeah, man.
Real chill. How
y'all feeling this week, though, man? How's life? How's the world been treating you guys? How's everything? You know?
Man, life is a maze, and I'm just trying to find my way out this bitch. No, I was playing, but
that mug sounded crazy.
Deep as a motherfucker.
Really?
But no, man, shit is good, man. My daughter, we finna go to this dance competition. Sold a couple cars, boxing, you know, regular.
That's what's up,
shit.
man.
Just chilling.
Another day, another dollar. Tina Carter Show, what's the word for us today? You gotta...
I want to give
Last week it was clarity.
A shout out to my beautiful god sister, Shantisha, a.k.a. Shani. She went home to be with the Lord. She fought a long battle, and she has no more pain.
Bro,
I love her.
What the fuck, bro?
What is going on there?
No, I thought you was going somewhere else with that. I'm sorry.
I'm saying she fought a long battle. She's not in pain no more. You know, she didn't want to be in pain no more. So I love her. Shout out to Shani.
Shout out to Shani. Prayers up for the family. Hopefully everything is all right. Yeah. My week's been good, man. Taking it easy for the most part. Starting to shift some energy towards, not shift, but, you know, put a little bit more emphasis on the music for me. So, yeah, you know, kind of going on a semi-fast from social media. It's kind of hard when you're working more than one page. It's almost impossible, really, for me to try to, you know, digress.
Well though, bro.
I try, man. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, that's why I be leaning on y'all, because this week, you know, I feel like it was almost kind of dry this week. But, you know, coming off of the DMX, I know we shot last week. It was like we found out, I think, the next day afterwards.
Literally the next day.
And we was, you know, talking while he was still here. But, you know, unfortunately or fortunately, you know, I believe X did go to heaven. He was somebody that did, you know, profess and proclaim his faith boldly all throughout his music, all throughout his struggles. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's been, I see murals are going up now for him. You know, you seen Swiss come out and speak about him, and, you know, pretty much about everybody in the game. So I thought that was, you know, that was love, because he definitely was a legend for sure. So, man, how y'all feel about that?
Rest in peace, man. Rest in peace. You know?
Man, I guess for me personally, he was somebody that I did really listen to. I had been working on like a behind the scenes kind of like music thing about him for the last year. Really? So I have all these videos in my phone that I shared with many people that I was working on this. And then when he passed, it was kind of like, man, for a long time I was like, should I even put this out? But he was just a really big deal to me when I was a kid. So just even this week, just within my family, dealing with all these deaths, and then him passing, knowing that I was already working on something for him, kind of hit me really hard. So it's been kind of difficult processing his death, because I'm also processing a lot of other deaths in my family.
Personal,
Yeah.
So you say you was kind of doing like a documentary type of deal?
I don't want to call it a documentary, but more like behind the music type thing. My own version of it. Mm-hmm. So I had all these videos in my phone from over the last year. Mm-hmm. I've been working on it. So him passing away for me was sudden, because to my mind, like when I saw him on Versus, he was clean and everything. So it was really shocking to me. And like I said, I've been a fan since late 97, early 98, when he actually came out with Get At Me Dog.
Yeah. So. That's what's up. I didn't know. I would hope you still plan to put that out. I would love to see that for sure.
I can't. Yeah, I would love.
Yeah, I would love that. I think
I
that
didn't
could
know that was
catch.
going on.
That could catch a wave. And he was just involved on something with BET. I think it was around Rough Riders.
Yeah, the Rough Rider Chronicles.
Yeah.
So that literally came out. He had just did an interview with Wendy Williams, and then they're kind of like beef issues that he had with her.
Right.
So he was tying up a lot of loose ends without him probably even. Well, I mean, Swiss B said he is a prophet, so maybe he did know. But for us, it was like he was tying up a lot of loose ends before.
And they actually said he finished his album 100%.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
With Swiss Beats.
Yeah, that's and I was I'm a huge X fan, and he's been pretty away from the game, just with all the things he had going on. But this next album, with him doing verses and being in a more face than he usually was, I was definitely looking for, and I'm still am looking forward to this one that's gonna be coming out. So
it's kind of an eerie feeling when people like, they have finished something and then pass away. That shit be eerie as hell.
Like job well done almost.
You know what I mean? Exactly. It's
job well done, but it's like job well done. Like that's
I
it.
get what you
and
mean.
he finished the joint. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
because him and Snoop's verses was arguably probably the top 4 or 5 of all the verses that happened over the last year.
Oh yeah. It was definitely one of the more
highly rated, celebrated.
Celebrated. Yeah, that was like a really like you can feel like it was competition still there, but they really like
they knew the words to each other.
Respected each person's catalog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the whole dog theme, like that was dope for sure.
Smart, yeah.
That made sense.
I think, man, when it came to DMX, like I told y'all last time, I was more into his movies than his music. His music was fire. I'm not knocking it, but I think more of who he was as a person when it comes to like the spiritual battles that he had within himself, and he displayed it in front of the world.
Yeah,
was very inspiring. It's a lot of people out here that I guess put on the front, act to the point of perfection for their fans instead of being completely vulnerable. Seeing him in all these, when he's backstage praying with everybody, how genuine he is. You know what I mean? I was seeing something that Charlamagne said. He said that there's no person like DMX that you'll never meet somebody else like DMX, and I thought that was real, especially when just going back on how he was praying with everybody. He's literally battling himself and trying to fight for that higher power of God. You know what I mean? Like in front of all of us, and I think people should really take that in and follow suit and understand that we all are like that, and it's okay. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's okay. Straight up.
Nah, I agree 100%.
It's okay.
100%, man. Yeah, still prayers up to the family. I know they, I think I seen video of them removing the body from the hospital and everything.
Did you watch that? Did you see the body?
I didn't see the body. I just think they showed them getting put into, I don't know if it was an ambulance, but I know I seen a clip of basically fans out there when it was happening though. Okay. So, yeah, man, I imagine that funeral, I don't know if it already happened. I don't know if it's going to be private dealing with, like, due to COVID or whatever, but I imagine it would probably be huge if not. Yeah. For sure. Yeah, man, but yeah, prayers up to X, man. Rest in paradise for sure. Yeah, so this week, man, or recently, like I said, this week was kind of dry for me if I'm being 100%. But Migos have been poking their nose out here and, making a few noise. Of course, the whole Quavo and Sweetie thing was just something recently that passed by. And it seemed like Quavo was definitely coming with that type of energy. It's been a few snippets that came out, too. I think the record was like saying something about he got the Bentley back or something like that. Did y'all see that?
Yeah, repossessed or something.
Yeah.
He petty. That's Petty King. I like that in him.
I like the pettiness, too.
I like that in him.
And then I think, was it Takeoff that came out and said, like, was kind of making a noise about them, how they changed the game and how they...
It was a little bit of Takeoff. Honestly, it was all three of them, but it mainly this week it was like Offset and
Quavo.
Takeoff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, I honestly agree wholeheartedly if that's what they were saying. I'm not sure where it's seemingly coming from that they feel like they got to say that, because I think if you somebody that's a part of this generation, you kind of know that. Like they flow, and just that whole literally mainly around a flow for the most part. Like everybody kind of was coming with that same type of flow. It's kind of like when Ace Hood first came out. Well, not first came out, but when he like after Bugatti and Hustle Hard, it was a certain pattern that everybody kind of followed.
But he definitely don't get the credit that he deserves.
Who was that?
Ace Hood.
Oh, nah, he doesn't.
Not at all. I think people like with the Migos, people for the most part would agree that they did change the sound of hip hop and different things. I think where the beef comes in with them is saying that they're the greatest hip hop group of all time.
Is that what they said too?
I think they said that in the past. But
How you feel about that?
But
You agree with that?
A hip hop group?
Best, greatest hip hop group of all time.
Yeah, I guess I can see that.
Yeah, I agree with it. I don't really have anything to buck. I was talking to her the other day about it. I'm like, well, who really is
Battling up against.
who are we really? Because I know I was talking to you.
Bone Thugs, NWA. You know, I'm just saying people who would be in that conversation.
In that conversation. Bone Thugs and Harmony, they were actually. I look at like I think I was telling you the other day that I look at
NWA.
NWA. They was kind of like
the biggest one. Public Enemy.
they just became so. I mean, it was the NWA
I'm thinking about
became
longevity.
solo type of
I'm
artists
thinking
for the
about
most part.
longevity. That's it.
You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
thinking about longevity.
Like Ice Cube was.
But how long was NWA was running for a while? But
Actually didn't run that long.
I thought it ran at least.
I ain't think it ran that
4 or
long.
5. Like they got what?
They had differences and stuff.
Because Cube left and Dre left.
Yeah,
You
that's
talking
what
about
I'm
the original group or what do you mean?
I mean, just
Because
NWA.
Bone Thugs ran longer than the NWA.
Yeah, that's true. Migos still top.
That's where I got to.
Migos top.
I just don't feel like. Was it something going on that they felt like they had to say that, or?
I don't know because he was like, y'all, basically they just want their flowers, and I don't know where this is coming from because I didn't really see any
'Cause death.
specific artists
Why
come
people
out
die?
and say like the Migos is trash or anything like that. So I don't really understand. I would like to know where Offset, Takeoff, and Quavo are coming with these statements.
That type of statement,
Yeah.
type of.
'Cause
I'm trying
nobody-
to tell you, it's just because a lot of people are dying, and a lot of people are. The trend is that people get their flowers only when they die.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
like a lot of
So
people
you
are
think
saying
that
like
was
I'm
something
giving your
like-
flowers now. Like there's people are talking about Soulja Boy. They saying they're like, oh, I'm gonna give. You know what? I'm gonna give Soulja Boy his flowers now because he started the internet thing.
Well, the game he was recently posted on the Shade Room because he was saying like he don't want his flowers when he dead. Basically, he wants his flowers now.
Which is respect.
My question when people say they want their flowers, I wonder who are they really asking their flowers from?
Right.
Of course.
Because I feel like,
I think
you're
it's to the fan base. You know, your fan
well,
base.
that's what I'm saying. I don't understand that because I mean, you have most people we talk about have fan bases that praise them galore. I feel like they may be talking about their peers.
I can
If
see
you
what you're
ask
saying
me,
too, but
how they peers, people in the industry, how they view them, which I think that's kind of just something that's just unsaid because if I'm a peer of yours, I know how hard it took for me to get here, and if you somebody that maybe a level up or came before me, I have that respect for you. If I'm doing music with you, if I'm collabing with you, like that's me kind of saying I appreciate.
I think it's the majority though, bro.
respect
What he's talking
what you
about,
did.
though. You know what I mean? Like so when people pass, bro, they able to go back and see what that person does. Like for some reason, you sit there and be like, damn. And now everybody, like, I never paid attention to Pop Smoke until he died.
That wasn't me.
I'm just saying, like, I'm the majority in that case.
I
Who
don't
was
know
Pop
about
Smoke?
that.
And then once
Pop
Pop
Smoke
Smoke,
was popping.
but I didn't know, bro. I'm trying to tell you, I'm just the majority. Majority of people didn't know he was popping until after he died. Then he became this big thing.
Oh, I disagree.
He became a lot bigger.
When you place yourself with Travis Scott, you're the majority. He's not a minority artist.
Bro, I'm saying, bro,
That
after,
record,
he,
they was-
after he died,
Jack
he
Boys
became-
went number one.
He went what he got.
He
a lot
went
more
mega.
bigger.
If you saying he went mega after he
Right,
died,
right.
I agree.
People make more
They didn't
money and they get flowers thrown. The respect goes. King Von, when he died, he wasn't nowhere near to where he
But
is
I don't
talked
know if-
about now.
I don't even know. I don't know. Somebody like King
That
Von didn't have a.
elevates, but that's
I
somebody.
didn't want to say. I was about to say something.
I had to do him because of where he was really at versus when he died to where they put him at.
Put him at right.
You know
You
what I
seen
mean?
people call him
now
legend already.
everybody like talking
Well,
about.
Yeah, because I can admit I wasn't really familiar with King Von.
She's the
But
majority.
I knew who.
She's the majority in that.
Yeah.
I agree with
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Now, as far as like Dirk, I knew who that was. Chief Keef. I mean, almost your whole.
Like Dirk should be
Chicago
to me.
scene.
He's a legend. Like to me, I would call him a Chicago legend for sure.
He's a Chicago legend. I agree.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I know what you just said.
Sorry.
You just said legend at first.
I met Chicago. Like I think he really changed it. He was the first part of drill. He like with Chief
Keef. I'm like, I gotta
like I put them, of course, hands the fuck down.
Hands down.
You know what I mean? But then you
What's name got a better
added a
career,
little
though.
dirt. You know what I mean?
Dirk
You
got a better
to
career though, yeah.
when it comes to Chicago drill.
Yeah, for sure. I agree.
But people, I bet you if something happened to him, he gonna be all the way out there then.
Yeah.
I don't know where.
Like he gonna be huge. It's huge as fuck.
But Pop, he was already getting like.
I mean, but is that not the going narrative with death?
But that's my point. So a lot of people at this, they're tired of that shit. They're like, make me big now. Like let me enjoy that shit. I think that's what they're saying. I want to enjoy that, which I'll give them motherfuckers when they die now. Like give me that now, bro. Like if.
Well, I think it's some people do get it. I actually thought Kobe did get it. He actually,
of course, Kobe was the GOAT.
and it just depends.
It's like Drake. Drake getting it right now.
I don't know if
fuck.
it's hard.
What?
It's tough.
Jordan.
That's a weird one. But Jordan, but I feel like if you're supreme, like
Drake is supreme.
he is supreme, but he's not. People don't see Drake as the Jordan of hip hop. I know that's not how they see him. He's probably like LeBron. He still is appreciated, but probably the most criticized.
Right.
Because LeBron, he gets love. Don't get me wrong, but I think his criticism maybe even trump his love. Even though he gets a mass amount of love, he gets the criticism that I've never seen by almost any figure in any industry, really. I don't
So
think
you think Drake should be the
Jordan
brand
of hip hop.
He
should receive praise like him. He should. It's almost flawless what this dude has done with the industry. But I feel like some people do actually receive their flowers. You know what I mean? Some of these guys I think were taken somewhat prematurely that I don't even think it was enough evidence to start. Like Pop Smoke only had such a small window in the grand scheme of the light. King Von, same thing. And I don't even think he even hit the plateau to where people really knew him globally.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He was finna sell out the marquee. That was it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Triple X, another guy. He
But
started
to me, I think before he was elevating. I think he was definitely trending towards that.
But he died at such a young. He only had a couple years in fame.
But I'm saying,
Juice WRLD, couple years
of fame, he got to a point where he was alive when that first album came out, and a lot of people when you got the Kendrick backing him up, you know what I mean? Like a lot of people in the industry was just like, damn, I didn't expect it.
Yeah, his talent demanded that. I just don't know if
Took him to the next level, and he had a cult following. Oh,
he did. But most of the people we talking about, like Nipsey was around for hellas, right? But as soon as like he got his, I ain't gonna say his break, but like when he started to rise beyond just kind of underground or running a certain lane. Yeah. When he was Grammy, I think he actually got Grammy nominated after he died.
He's a street legend. I think he's a street legend.
You know what I'm saying? Like the moment he kind of hit that,
he was Grammy nominated before he died.
For what?
Because Cardi and him was in the same thing, and he saluted Cardi for winning.
What was
for Victory Lap?
Dang, I thought that was after, because he actually won a Grammy off of Victory Lap though, and he wasn't here to receive it. I thought.
Yeah,
it was
rap.
The Rap in the Middle
best rap album.
No. What record is that?
Roddy Ricch.
Right, but he
whatever record that is, but I remember him saluting Cardi for winning.
Well, maybe he won and he wasn't here after.
I thought he did win one though.
I thought he did. I thought it was for Racks in the Middle or
talking about winning afterwards, but nominated no.
I thought it was too, because it was when Drake won.
I think it was back.
Yeah, it was when Drake won, but it was for something else. Victory Lap. Yeah, that was from top to bottom. That's pretty much a press play.
Ain't it, bro?
I agree.
Oh, yeah.
He did his thing.
For sure, man. It was just crazy. It's been a lot of goats. I ain't gonna say goats. I hate to use that word, but there's been a lot of people that have been majorly beloved that have been taken. It seemingly seemed like prematurely for sure, unexpectedly. But I don't know.
Because even when you think about Biggie was only going on his second album.
Exactly.
Right.
When he passed away. Of course, he had the Junior Mafia record. He was already in Source Unsigned Hype. He had a lot of nice accolades before he passed away, but the reality is, when he did pass away, he was only about to release his sophomore.
Exactly.
Right.
That's crazy.
And people call him the GOAT still. And it's been, how many years? Since 97?
Exactly.
So.
Right.
Yeah.
That ain't right, though.
You don't think he deserves that respect?
With that word.
Calling Biggie the GOAT? Nah. Not when it's people.
You don't think he's one of the GOATs?
I honestly don't even like using the term GOAT as plural. It's really only GOAT is meant for one
greatest
person.
of all time.
It's just this generation has
Who is the GOAT?
taken us to a point where we just
Who's
say,
the GOAT of all time? The greatest of all time?
and what we talking about?
Hip hop.
I still give it to Jay. Yeah, I've been giving it to him for years.
The greatest of all time?
Yeah, I don't even really debate it for real. It just is what it is. Nobody can really see him. You know what I'm saying? I think
Greatest
Drake.
rapper
Yeah,
of
I think
all time.
Drake has a potential to see him and can eclipse him. But amongst that hip hop community, I give it to Hove, just because he identifies mostly with that. And even when you look at his catalog, when you look at who has the most classics in rap, I mean, it's him easily. It's Hove. This nigga got almost like 5 to 6 different classics, bro.
I love Ho, but I'm such an LL fan. I just
Universe.
gotta say that.
Oh god. All right, next up.
I love LL.
So Bruno went number 1. Yeah, we not even finna.
Yeah, I love LL.
Leave the Door Open finally goes number 1, man. Congratulations to Bruno. It's not one of my favorites, but
Is that his first one on it?
nah, nigga, he got like 8 or 9 of them. You crazy? Yeah, you crazy.
I love Bruno, bro.
That 24K Magic, I probably had 2 or 3 of them.
How you pronounce his name?
it's definitely his first.
His
So
first
really,
album.
congratulations to him.
Really, congratulations to him. This is
Bruno
nothing
used
for
to
Bruno.
this shit,
Yeah,
yeah.
this is nothing.
But a lot of people thought
It's
this
not my
was set
favorite,
to
though.
go number 1 weeks ago. So I'm glad to see that it did finally go number 1. I feel
Do you feel like it's the
record.
number 1 song, though?
Absolutely. Like if you watch the
That's
Isley
a good
Brothers
question, though.
first Earth, Wind and Fire
I got something to
verses,
say on that.
it's in the universe of that song.
I don't think it is.
I think,
Honestly,
I
the
think it
last,
should've won number one.
honestly, dog,
should have.
if you was to ask me what song has been a number 1 song this year, like really deserving of it,
deserves it.
I honestly probably don't think none of the songs that went number 1 really deserve it. Even including Drake. What's Next is not a number 1
it's
song.
not.
Leave the Door
It's
Open
really
is not.
not.
Call Me By Your Name by Lil Nas. Peaches, even Peaches by Justin. I'm a Bieber fan. I'm a fan of a lot of these people I talk about.
But they
Up
just
went
they
number
putting
one.
out ass.
Yeah, this shit is
That
not
don't
number-
deserve to
The
be
last
one.
song that was deserving of number 1 was
Was,
Blinding
yeah.
Lights by The
I
Weeknd.
get that.
And the shit still probably should
that.
still be number 1 because it's still sitting in the top 5 to
get
10. You know what I'm
Which
saying?
is crazy. That's
It's
amazing.
crazy.
That
It's
song
been over
fire,
a
though.
year.
That's
Is
on
driver's
fire,
license still up there?
I don't know. That shit ain't supposed to have been up there either. It's a good, cool song, but
man, this shit. That's why I said what I said earlier when we were talking about that conversation. It's just about music right now. Music is just not hitting for me. Like I cannot listen to.
well, I
certain
do
shit.
feel
Some
that
records
the
I like.
pandemic and COVID, because a lot of people are not
And not
putting out
releasing
prior
because
to
they
that.
trying to wait until shit
they
get
waiting,
back,
yeah.
but shit ain't finna get back.
I think shit finna get back. That
I
vaccine
don't
going
back.
think it's
everywhere.
No, bro. It's
People don't
not.
fear that it's out.
Nigga, they talking about
It's
closing
back.
shit down again.
When, bro? We're here.
Yeah, period.
We must be living in 2 different worlds.
Man, you just don't watch the news.
But I be watching niggas come tell me. I've got niggas that's coming in and out of
What's your
town.
reliable source again?
Nigga, the people.
No, bro.
That sound like some shit on
They don't control
world
shit,
stuff.
obviously, bro.
But these
You know what I'm
niggas
saying?
live everywhere, bro.
No,
like,
I'm
niggas
trying
get in
to
the car
tell you,
telling me
government
like,
ain't going, bro. Them
so you
niggas
think
being
what Biden
weird.
finna shut this shit down again?
I don't know what the fuck finna happen, but they talking about shutting it down. Is my point.
I'm
And
just
this is
taking
my
what I
thing.
see in front of me.
Do you think people can handle another complete
My school
shutdown?
talking about opening up the campus in the next 6 months. I know some must
That'll
be moving.
lit. I'm not saying it's not moving, but I think with this because you got to understand the vaccine is just COVID that we're putting in you at a mild tone. You know what I mean?
It's like the flu shot.
But a lot of people don't understand that.
I
There's
understand
people that's
that.
dying from this damn shot.
Yeah, it's trying to get you immune to
they
it.
recalled
next
the Johnson & Johnson one. So,
What are you laughing at, Amber?
The recall, like it's a recall.
The
Yeah.
fact that it even went through Johnson and Johnson
Right.
is hilarious.
What the fuck?
Because it's
no, they
giving
own
people,
pharmaceutical
it's giving
companies,
people
though.
blood clots.
Has
So-
any of y'all taken this vaccine?
Not yet. I take insulin every day. I don't know if
You
I
took the
take
vaccine
anything
yet?
else.
Nah,
The shot?
nah. I don't need, bro. Nah, I'm good.
You don't need it.
Nah, I take vitamin D every day.
Pause.
But if
Pause.
you choose to take
Big pause. Big pause. Good
That shit,
save.
boy, you had to
if
get
you
saved.
choose to take it, kudos to you.
That shit was gonna get slaughtered. What'd you say?
I said if people choose to take the vaccine, kudos to them.
Yeah,
But
kudos to them,
I have
you
not
know.
personally taken it yet.
I haven't personally taken it yet either, and I've been outside. Literally, but yeah, hopefully, man. I'm tired of the mask. I will say that for sure. The mask have been the most. You know what I'm saying? Luckily, St. Louis hasn't been as strict as some other places.
But don't you think that I'm sorry, I'm going back
you
to
good,
this real
what's
quick.
up?
But don't you think that music, this is the time to
Yeah.
put out good music though? Because people will sit and listen to it and digest it a lot more differently than when they're moving.
You would think from a consumer perspective, that's the right thinking. But from an artist, if I can't tour my record, like After Hours is Weeknd's best and biggest album.
But this is when you eat up streams.
Right. But you also gotta go tour your record and receive those funds. Them niggas ain't seeing a lot of money off of. They not seeing a lot of money off of tours either. Don't get me wrong, because tours are mad expensive. But like the pop-up shows, the days where they can just go and collect the bag, they can't get none of that money now.
Man, they can collect the
Get
bag.
that merch.
Yeah, that merch. Oh my God.
They sell more
Niggas
merch
like
on
After
tour
Hours
than they do just putting it up online.
Yeah, because the cost of a tour is through the roof. So honestly, they barely even seen anything afterwards. But all the things that a tour offers, the meet and greets, the packages, and all that shit is crazy. Like,
You
yeah.
gotta think about it. Sometimes people will go to your show.
Promoters are who
See the
pay
money.
the artists for the tour instead of them setting it up themselves.
Nah, but if they got like a huge, like somebody like Drake or Weeknd, like that production shit, they gotta have a tour bus for the production team, for the band, for the dancers, for themselves, for the entourage. Like that shit, I didn't know. I used to think before I started, because I've been privy to some people that actually been on tour, and they, sometimes as a special guest, they making more money than the people that's actually they touring with, because they paying for the tour and they collecting everything because they making all the money from what they getting paid to be on tour, and they collecting for merch.
Right.
So that was one of the misunderstandings I didn't understand until I got that information. But yeah, most of the artists get money when they just doing pop-up dates. If they got a show in Vegas, they got a show, and it's just that one date. That's where they making their money at. You know what I'm saying? Or festivals or something like that, because it ain't a part of no tour. It's just doing a festival. But yeah, I mean, but back to the whole music thing, bro. I think a lot of people are holding out, waiting till that window opens up to where they really can start touring.
Life gonna be. See, my thing is not current then.
What that?
You know what I mean? Like your life now, I'm being updated by you from a year and a half ago. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like that shit ain't relevant. Ain't no shit cut off.
No, yeah,
'Cause you look-
Dog, how you look at it? So what she was looking like?
No, it's just like it was like it's good that you into it, but it was just like
Too much into it.
Ooh, I was just like, what the fuck? Like,
You turned into a
I said, let me
demon.
put
You put a bag on it, bro.
just come on, turn the fuck around. You know what I mean? Hey, you gotta look sexy when I'm fucking you too, though. But
you
that's
think?
good though if you can. I feel you.
She let all the way loose.
Like she just let it loose, bruh. It was that ugly face, you know.
It's a video online of a nigga.
Like ugly.
That nigga lost and left everything out in that match.
What you mean, bro?
Bro, he did some like, He started calling the girl up, bro. He started calling the girl all out of her name. And she was loving it.
For real?
Yeah.
You bitch.
Yes. Bro, I mean, it was an old nigga that had a horrible hairline. This nigga looked terrible.
Man, that shit crazy.
Oh, man.
I'm sitting thinking too, cuz. I was like, this shit crazy, bro. Like,
Man.
sex is interesting, cuz.
Now to mention and then go into that next topic, boy, about Lil Nas X silly ass.
Oh, bro, tap into that real quick, though. Oh,
So I don't know. I honestly don't even know what's going on. Is Call Me by Your Name or Montero still available online
I think
now?
The Weeknd is pissed off at him.
Why you say that?
Call Me by Your Name, that's a Weeknd title.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't do that shit, bro. He like, man, come on, cook.
Well, he was urging fans to support the record.
But that's fucked
As
up.
if it was going to get taken down.
Right, so Columbia further kind of backed what he was saying up by saying it was kind of out of their control because people was blaming Columbia Records and they like, it's out of our control. We can't control what the streaming services do or whatever. So,
But why? What's the point of them? Okay, this is the problem. Cause, right,
still
that's what I'm
available.
saying. But I'm saying that's wrong, bro. Now you at this point,
Kinda-
you discriminating. You feel me?
Who you talking about?
kind of like how they was able to kind of control like the play of R. Kelly records. Like they've done it in the past.
But that's because he's doing something that's very legal.
Who?
R. Kelly. He's fucking underage girls.
You mean very illegal?
Illegal.
I said
You said
illegal.
very legal.
It's okay. We can play it back. Here's what you need.
You said very
Do it and
legal.
post it, and I'm like, damn. You heard me, cuz? But yeah, illegal, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like
Rappers rap about shit that's illegal all the time.
No, they're not. He's not talking about rapping about it. He's talking about actually doing it. What has Lil Nas X done wrong?
I'm not talking about Lil Nas X.
Just saying, because I wasn't thinking like that though. But that's real.
I'm not talking about.
That's what you was talking
No,
about.
I'm saying,
No,
but
but he
I'm
not
saying
talking
what you saying, but you, the way you was, bro, good look.
When niggas get into the game, half of them niggas still be trapping.
Cause I didn't think about that. Cause he was making a good point.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
But
in this,
you're right.
those
they
are the
talk
most.
about it, they can't prove it. They prove
Yeah,
that
they can't
this nigga R. Kelly
prove it,
is
but
doing what he doing.
honestly, but music is an expression.
Right. What was?
You know what I'm saying? Like that's. I don't feel like
I don't know what's going on.
either the powers that be or these digital outlets should be, you know, in the mix of trying to gauge what's right and wrong.
Bro,
When
look,
they put
religion-
out everything.
Religion is a billion gazillion dollar company, my nigga.
You said
Oh,
religion.
it's about the video.
No, I mean
think it
it's a
is.
lot of things going into it.
It's politics, yo. Come on, man.
Yeah.
No motherfuckers
So we
talking
can't just
shit.
blame
What does
it.
that shit even mean
I'm
when you say
saying
that?
niggas is only caring because the nigga riding the fucking devil, and he got 666 shoes. Come on now, he's playing on religion all day. Motherfuckers like take that shit down.
Or is it a case of homophobia?
What? That's gay shit going on all day. Like,
Oh, no, that ain't the reason why.
that ain't the
No,
reason.
I just posted.
They
one.
champion that shit if it was legit.
Yeah, like shit become legal. Like, no, that's not the reason. It's because he's antagonizing motherfuckers. He's poking.
So they think it's insensitive to
Once
a certain
again,
community.
it's a billion. It's a lot of money in religion, bro.
It's a lot
And there's
of
probably money inside of those
devilish stuff,
outlets.
But not as. It's not like.
Nah, it ain't
yeah,
like- yeah.
come on now.
It's been like satanic stuff in music for a long time. I'm a person who listens to
But
heavy
this
metal
is
and
just-
hard rock. This stuff has been out forever. I don't know why people are so.
Come on, y'all. It's on a
What?
pop, man. It's pop. Pop ain't. You don't put pop and satanic shit together.
Marilyn Manson did it his whole career.
That's not pop.
He was huge at one point. At one point, that
But he's
type
not
of rock
pop.
music was huge and it was selling
he's
millions
not
and millions
pop.
of records.
I think Lil Nas X having such a huge kid fan
Being-
base
yeah.
though plays a huge part.
That
into
too.
Old Town Road to some Montero,
There you
riding the
go.
devil.
Yeah.
Well, he said Old Town Road was about adultery.
Niggas don't remember none of the lyrics but that Old Town Road shit.
Oh God.
I sure don't.
What's the records to this? What's the
Lyrics to this?
Come on, y'all. We went through that too.
I don't know. I just remember the video.
He said
Sliding
some-
down the hill, twerking on the devil.
Right.
Taking the horse,
And he said some more vivid shit than that.
ride a nigga face and blow kids
So
in
do
his
y'all
mouth.
think he?
Woo!
Do y'all think he
That was
deserves the
vivid.
backlash that he's getting
No,
for the video and the
I
record?
don't deserve it.
I don't think he deserves to get removed off a digital outlet, but I think he deserves the criticism and yeah, that's expected. I don't think in his right mind going into releasing this, he wouldn't think this would happen.
Right.
You know this is going to happen, and every time it did, he capitalized on it. I'm going to reply. I'm going to, prior more on what's already out there. It's only going to feed more into the record and drive the streams up. That's why I went number one.
And they were calling his shoes. There's a lot going on with him right now.
It is.
Man, look, bro.
He calling her ma'am now like Quando.
I'm talking like look man to the situation. Lil Nas, my nigga, you know what I mean? It sucks.
Lil Nas your nigga.
No, like Lil Nas, my nigga, like I'm talking to him.
Oh.
Like, that's why I looked at like Lil Nas, my
Talk
nigga.
to him, man. Talk to him.
Look, bro, get your priorities straight. Straighten it up. It sucks that there is. I don't agree with that. I do think that's fucked up. But you know what I'm saying? Again, like what y'all said last time, if this isn't you, man, stop doing it, bro. You hear me, bro? Stop fucking doing it.
Stop
That's the only
playing
thing
with
I
stuff,
love,
bro.
bro. Like what? Like it goes into this thing I was listening to the other day, bro. My nigga Brent Fayez, you know what I'm saying?
What he be talking about?
He said, am I losing myself while chasing this gold? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And, you think about how everybody is chasing whatever they chasing, you know what I mean? And they're losing themselves chasing this shit, you know what I mean? It's time to get back to who you really are, because in these days and these times, man, like, you don't know what's real. Man.
Oh, in the industry, man, a lot of times in order to capture it, you almost gotta lose
Be
yourself.
fake.
Very few people,
Guess I ain't built for that shit.
attain it as themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Sit on that for a while.
Yeah. A lot of times you gotta play a certain role. You gotta appease and appeal to a lot of people in order to get that opportunity that they're holding over your head.
That shit's...
Which is terrible and unfortunate, but somebody got to break the cycle.
It's crazy how they talk about mental health a lot in the industry.
But they
sacrificing their mental health all day.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you got to get more advocates that's advocating
real
for
advocates,
that.
though. Like, motherfuckers is really, really activists when it comes to the mental health aspect.
Yeah, I think people do it out of trendiness. It looks good for their brand. It's the right thing to do, opposed to this is what they want to be their brand, or you know what I'm saying? I don't, yeah.
This shit's sickening and draining, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I feel bad for like my daughter and my son, bro. Like, the way they think now, I didn't start thinking until I was 18.
What you mean?
When it comes to what they're aware of, you know what I mean? Like how him and her peep shit. Like, I just was oblivious to a lot, bro. I was a child, my G. Like, I never thought about anxiety. I didn't know what the fuck anxiety was until I was like 21.
Me neither.
You know what I mean? Like,
Words
they
like
sit here
anxiety and mental health was
freak the
never a
fuck
part
out.
of my vocabulary.
The fuck is that?
And when it became it came as such a trendy thing, so I still wasn't fully susceptible of it.
I still don't think you are.
I still probably am.
I think you oblivious to a lot of shit. You be saying some wild shit.
I just don't really...
Or doing some wild shit. I'd be like, damn, bro.
What you mean, how I come off and say stuff?
The say stuff and just how you move. You'll be in somebody and you'll look on. You know, like, some people have anxiety, in the way you operate. It's a beautiful thing, bro. I love it. It's like the Matrix when the dude was talking about when he was eating that steak. And he was like, man, put me back to sleep. You know what I mean? Basically is what he was saying. He was like, it's so much more comfortable to him. You know what I mean? And it's better living being asleep than it is being woke, because it's so much bullshit when you woke.
When you woke.
You know, I'm not saying you sleep. You're not asleep. You just don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? And it's a beautiful thing, though.
Yeah, it's
don't. It's beautiful, bro. I love it.
I just think if you know who you are, you kind of know what path you're going down. Too many things shouldn't be able to deter you from it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but a lot of people care about what people think about them. A lot of people care about, you know what I'm saying, people's opinions or being included on things. When I don't have a problem of being excluded from things. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, man, I don't even know how the hell we got to that shit.
It's just deep shit, bro.
It's just deep whenever shit. Whenever T hang out in the conversation, we gonna say, here we go. But I mean, mental health is an important thing. One of my boys want to do he want to make a documentary on it. My boy Matt, you know Matt.
Yeah,
y'all know Matt.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I told him I'm interested in being a part of that. One from a videographer standpoint and being behind somewhat of a film. So I mean, I would say I'm probably somewhat of an aspiring filmmaker. And also just to even be more informed on that stuff. Because like you said, you know how I am. Like, I'm not the most...
But it's good, though, bro. Like,
I'm optimistic and open to learning more about it, though.
Of course, but I don't think you allow it to affect you. Learning it. You know what I mean? That's a beautiful place to be, my G.
Yeah. I haven't really ever had an enriched conversation with somebody on mental health. Like, I fully don't, I guess, understand where the line is with that in this era, even though I know it's such a huge thing in this era.
I kind of don't. I ain't gonna lie. Can you just explain that a little bit more deeper?
Like, I haven't had a full conversation with somebody really.
Like, what about mental health are you saying? Like,
just the
period?
whole, I guess where people say that's a real important thing in this era.
Like, do you not understand why it is, or what? Like, what do you?
Yeah, like when they see it. Well, particularly I heard it always seems to come around. It's centered around black males, and I just try to understand what are the things we looking at, the behavior or the struggle. Where's the struggle at? You know what I'm saying? Like I've never been exposed fully to grab that, like where I see the struggle, when I think I see the huge amount of importance of it, and I can just be ignorant to it.
No, let's change that, because I don't like that. I don't like you saying ignorant. I like the way you said it at first. You're just, you're confident in who you are. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And you're not, you have no problem, like you said, being excluded from situations. Like, I remember a time when me and you had a talk, and you just like, I prefer to be in more diverse areas. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, damn, why, bro? But you like, nigga, because if you more in this area, this is what it is. Like, that's That's cool. That's you being you.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't think it's more of the. I don't think it's that. I think it's more of like when it comes to black men, bro. We're not like for me, like and you. It's easy for us to express, but dealing with what I've dealt with, when I express myself, I always was picked at about it. You know what I mean? I don't know if you ever dealt with being picked at about it. You know what I mean? Like being around my dad, he used to be like, "Yo, nigga, is you gay?" Dad, it's all love. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? That shit bothers you. So you start to question yourself. You know what I mean? Like what the fuck? I mean, am I not supposed to be telling you my feelings? You know, being around friends, bro. Damn, you smile too goddamn much. Getting in fights, being picked on. That plays a part on your mental health, bro. And to where it operated. I remember when I was a kid. Rest in peace, my uncle Brian just wrote this in my journal, and I don't mind sharing it. But I remember when I was little, him and my brother Justin, they used to do something to me and like just fuck with me. But I didn't like confrontation to where I would act scared. Knowing I'm not scared, I just like, maybe if I act like this, y'all stop fucking with me. You get what I mean? But now I play on it, like recently, I was like, damn, how did that play on my life? Like, how do I handle, why don't I like address situations right then and now? I think that played a major part of why I don't.
So you feel like that made you passive?
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I think actually that's why I'm not able to control like my anger sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's what I was gonna say. Do you struggle with that?
Yeah, for sure. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of that shit in my past played a major had a major impact on my emotions. You know what I mean? That's why I seek the therapy and mental health. So it's all about just reflecting and realizing when somebody points something out. Sometimes it is good to reflect on it and ask yourself, why do I do this? You know what I mean? And it could be something you just not at this moment aware of. But sometimes just now reflect on it, see, okay, if this person says this and if multiple people saying it, it's gotta be something in it, you know what I mean? And just seek it. That's all. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's what, but back to what I was saying about Matt, that's why I would want to, you know what I mean? It's something I see that he's passionate about, and I would definitely be interested in going along that journey with him and just learning more about it. Also, I feel like I could add value with the whole process of producing something like that. Just because I think I got an eye for that stuff. I see a lot of things. So, but yeah, man. Recently over the weekend, a whole lot of bickering back and forth became about Jamie versus Will on Twitter.
Did they say anything about it?
Who?
No.
Jamie or Will?
They won't.
Nah, I don't think they said. Nah, I
They
think they
both know
respect
that they're
each
super
other.
great.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I think they all think they. I think they see themselves in great lights in their own right. But you know, the fans are gonna make it something for sure.
it was literally split down the middle.
Yeah.
From everything I saw from Twitter to Instagram to Facebook. It was
Yeah.
literally, like split.
I don't think it's a either.
That's
I
dope.
don't think it's a. Yeah, the 50-50 deal is pretty reflective of what I think it would be. You know what I'm saying? Like if, you know, I think personally I would say Jamie, but if somebody was to go with Will, I don't have too much of a pushback on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think
I would say
talented Jamie Foxx, bro.
if you're talking about talent, yeah, we know.
I think he even acted.
But I think the question was who has more range as an actor.
That was the specific.
That was
the specific.
Yeah, who has more? Who has better range? Will Smith or Jamie?
Oh, they both funny. They both can get serious. Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
They
was-
both
that
had
was-
successful
was-
TV shows.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Fresh Prince is a little bit more
course, yeah.
iconic, but
Oh yeah, for sure.
but if we're going off into other areas like who is more
Musically.
financially successful,
Of course.
who has more raw talent, then that's when you could really
It's
kinda,
still a battle. That's a battle.
What's that?
What you saying? That's a battle.
Oh, yeah.
Financially successful, I would probably say Will, and then raw talent, I would say probably Jamie.
Oh God.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's what's up.
Yeah, I
Jamie
think.
can do everything. He can play football. He can play piano. He can act. He can sing. He can arrange. He can write. He can do stand-up comedy. Like
Shit, he a good host.
He's somebody I would love to have a podcast.
Jamie Foxx.
Jamie has touched so many people, bro.
now, I know he had a radio show at one point.
Yeah.
I think
I
he was
didn't
on
know that.
Sirius
Sirius
XM.
XM.
Yeah, he had
I
a
used to
radio
listen to
show
it.
at one point.
He would have, cause you know Jamie hosts like these big parties at his crib. He always talk about it if you see him in an interview.
He has stories about everything.
Everybody. He'll tell you about the first time when Drake
crazy.
came down or Kanye, and he tell about the story about how he had an idea like about the song with him and Twista, Marvin Gaye,
Slow
Luther
Jams.
Vandross, that joint.
Slow Jams.
You know, it just, and I just, and you talking about, I know was we talking about giving flowers on the podcast or when we was off camera?
We was talking about that.
On the podcast?
No,
We were talking about that because we were talking about the Migos
King
situation.
Migos.
Yeah. We were talking about that.
Jamie is the biggest advocate for giving people their flowers while they're here.
Oh, he give everybody their flowers.
Straight up.
It
You
almost
just see him on a random Tuesday big up somebody.
the way it's almost, people almost become disgusted how much he gives. It's crazy because it's like, you know, niggas ain't doing it. He does it so much, but nah, you ain't gonna be able to say nothing about him like when, you know, when it's all said and done, as far as like him showing love or, you know, embracing people and giving their flowers while they're here. He's always done it.
Because Will was really, really private until Ellen had him get on social media. And then from there, he
I
has
didn't know
become
that
really
Ellen got
open.
him on social media.
Yeah, he was on her show, and then she was like, you should get on Instagram, and then boom, and went from there, and then he just, you know, anything Will does, he's going to go 100% with it. So it wasn't until then that we really actually got a view into his personal life.
Yeah.
Jamie has always been pretty open, except for who he dates. That, we don't know nothing about.
bro. I just always, because I mean, just to know your talent, you know, it's easy to fall into thinking so much of yourself and to become big-headed, but to still keep that down to earth, I'm not so big that I can't show love to somebody that may not even be on my level, that may not even be, you know, X, Y, and Z. But the fact that he still appreciate great talent and real recognize real, like I can respect that and appreciate that, bro. Like
Definitely show love to LeBron.
oh my God, LeBron. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody, bro. Like I follow his Instagram. You know, I watch a lot of interviews on him. And I just always been appreciative of Jamie in all assets. You know what I mean? Like his comedy shows, his music, his movies. You know what I'm saying? Voiceovers, just being able to emulate guys. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Fuck you. I'm sorry.
man, that mug crazy. He made that mug sound amazing, though. Playing he can play instruments too, bro. Like it's Shout out to Jamie, man. That dude's
and Will Smith.
Yes, of course.
Shout out to Will
Smith.
for sure.
I've been rocking with him from the raps.
Yeah, man.
You know, I like Will.
He's yeah. Honestly, we didn't even really. we just gave them niggas they flowers. We didn't even debate that shit.
It's hard to pick and choose for me because it depends on the day and what I'm watching and what I'm doing, who I like more. If you would say that.
But I ain't gonna lie, like I Am Legend, one of my favorite movies of all time.
I Am Legend. I don't know if it's one of my favorite movies of all time, but it's my favorite Will movie of all time.
Ooh, my favorite Will movie.
Yeah, we was talking about that the other week.
Muhammad Ali.
Really?
It was good. He did a phenomenal job being my man. He was young.
I Am Legend was just something. At the time it came out, I just never seen nothing like that. Yeah.
That shit was crazy.
You know what I mean? Being in the movie by yourself, majority of the screen time, and just being able to hold an audience.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's only some Tom Hanks type stuff and Castaway type. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the only other movie at this moment I can really think about that somebody did something to that degree. And Castaway's amazing.
Just thinking about Jamie with Ray and Collateral, it's a lot of films.
People don't know about Collateral.
I literally forgot it was Jamie. I was like, this movie is freaking awesome. If you could stand toe to toe with Tom Cruise and just different people like that opposed to own.
Nigga, he got bodies, bro. He got bodies.
There's a lot of shit that people sleep on.
And Ray, he was really blinded. He had the prosthetic, whatever that stuff is over his eyes.
You couldn't tell me
so
that.
he couldn't see.
That wasn't real, bro.
So I'm really excited about him playing Tyson. So,
Yeah.
Oh, he like method type shit. Method acting.
Yeah, he's a method actor.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Blinded himself. I know people
That's
do.
crazy.
It is crazy. Like you put yourself really in his world. Like you
That's going to another. That's sacrificing.
and like woohoo!
That's crazy.
Like you doing everything and you moving like you Ray Charles. Bro.
That's committing to the character
Nigga, 100%.
at the highest.
Yes, bro.
That's the type of backstories that when you find out, they get just extra points for that stuff, bro. Like
The crazy is he was in Muhammad Ali, wasn't he?
Yeah, with Will. Mm-hmm. Yep.
crazy.
They need to they need to do a movie together, like a real like
What kind of movie? What kind of movie would you want to see from them?
A comedy or action?
Action or comedy, both of
Okay.
them. Be fine. I think they'll definitely be a player.
They were good in Muhammad Ali
Comedy.
together. That was great.
I don't want to see no comedy.
You true.
That seems too scripted.
Nah, Will Smith funny as fuck, bro.
You think he is?
As an actor, like a comedy man.
Hitch is one of my favorite movies. I
he
thought
funny.
Hitch was
That
great.
nigga funny as fuck.
Will is a great actor. I've never died laughing at Will though. Like when I think about laughter, I die when I think
Like
about
Bad
Martin
Boys,
Lawrence
bro.
or Jim Carrey. I don't, or even Jamie at
Oh,
points.
Martin and Jim.
I
used to
never-
unicorns with the comedy stuff
I
back
never
in the day, but
died
it's-
laughing with Will though.
I'm not talking about like a. What you talking about? Like a movie?
You said comedy, period.
No, I'm talking like in a movie. Yeah, I'm not.
Nah, ain't no movie. Hitch is one of my favorites by him, but I ain't like. I just thought it was a nice movie, but I didn't.
It was a good rom-com.
I was laughing at that white dude more than him.
Kevin.
That nigga was just a silly nigga, like.
That's different. Yeah, he's silly.
He off for King of Queens, yeah.
Yeah.
He's a silly nigga, yeah.
He's
Silly
funny.
nigga. You just thrashing him. They gonna watch this
Gotta laugh at
shit.
his dumb ass. Like, he's like, yeah,
Silly ass nigga.
like, why you do this?
The Mexican joint in that crazy though. What's her name? She go crazy.
Ryan Gosling. That's
She
got
better
Ryan
than Sophia
Gosling, right?
You
Vargas.
talking about Eva
Ryan
Longoria?
Gosling. Ryan Gosling.
not
real
Eva.
nigga.
No.
Who y'all talking about?
She has to.
That is her though. Eva.
That ain't even a
No. I forget what her name is.
Is it a Dez at the end?
That's not Eva. Or Eva and her look the same.
That was a Hitch.
I'm telling you.
That was a hit. She like in shit.
What is her name? It's not Eva Longoria. That's the other girl from Desperate Housewives.
Yeah, Eva Longoria.
Eva Mendes.
I knew it was a
That's
Dez at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Sam.
He just watched. He
Shout out
over
to
there. I
Amos.
thought he was looking up something. You on your way to the crib?
Just let him know.
Yeah, let him know we running over a little
That's
bit.
it.
Huh?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, nah, they definitely are greats in their own rights for sure. I'm interested to see, this next chapter in both of their careers. I haven't heard of. Have you heard of anything Will's filming recently, or?
Yes, he is currently filming the Serena and Venus Williams movie. He's playing the dad.
I'm interested
gonna
in
be
that.
really big.
I remember that.
He's also doing a lot of.
Ain't that done by now?
Huh?
Cause he shaved and shit like that.
Yeah, but they have to do B-roll and all that, so it's like editing, so it's like a little bit more. But yeah, I'm excited to see him play that. I'm also excited to see what else he comes up with on social media, because he just comes up with new innovative ways to continue to go viral.
Right.
That team and him is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be
Will
a
is
whole-
very smart too, so it's like he's very intelligent.
Yeah, it'd be a whole production with that nigga Instagram post.
Him and
Shit.
Jason Derulo.
I think that's funny as shit.
And
He the new August I seen him.
Oh,
Straight up.
who Jason Derulo?
who? Jason?
Yeah.
Why you say that?
I mean, it just don't seem like, what the hell is he doing around him?
Damn.
Do you understand that kind of...
No, I get that concept.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I never understood the August I seen a placement in that family.
we can understand it now.
I guess, but it didn't make sense with what came out of it.
Lord.
I mean, I'm telling you.
No, because at first August Alsina and Jaden were really, really close friends.
And Jaden?
And
Jada?
Jaden, the
Jaden Smith?
son, that's how he got introduced to the family. He was Jaden's friend.
But you know
Then he
how
worked
old
around
he
his
is
way to
compared him?
family and to everybody.
Why you?
I'm not saying that.
Nah, I mean, that's what happened, obviously.
Do you know how old Jaden is now? Yeah, how
Like,
old?
he ain't even...
21.
That's what I'm saying.
You don't have to have friends that's the same age as you.
But I'm saying
When you in the industry,
when this is
hey,
That
happening-
was his friend
That shit
first.
go out
That's
the
all
window.
I'm letting you guys
Bro, I'm not
know.
finna be friends with no 11-year-old, bro. And I'm 21.
He
But he was 21 and August was probably like 29.
Yeah.
August right now is like 20, what, 28?
He probably like 28, 29, yeah.
Boom. Bro, that's a lot of
This
years.
stuff with Will, with
But in the
Jaden
industry,
August was
niggas
only
is
4
doing
years ago.
I'm saying, but when they first became friends was longer than
He's
that.
like
That's when he
17
started,
or
you know what I'm saying? Nah, bro, he wasn't no 17, bro.
12?
That nigga was like 14, 15. That's weird, bro.
Well,
That
that's
shit
all I'm
is
saying.
weird.
That's how he came around.
No,
with
he
it.
ain't my little brother for real.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I thought that whole little situation with that whole entire family and August was just all weird to me. But that's the difference between regular niggas. I ain't saying we regular niggas, but obviously niggas are celebrities and we're in this lifestyle right now. Things just operate differently. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit is
I just think
weird up
that's
there.
just people, bro. Them people, you know what I mean?
Who you know like that?
Bro, I don't want the nigga to burn. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just trying to tell you, bro, this is what it is. That shit was weird.
It was weird.
It ain't no way in hell if you not my sibling, like my blood sibling, or like a friend of the family sibling.
Like a long time childhood.
What are we doing?
It just didn't make sense.
What the fuck are we doing?
Like the
What
dots
do I have
didn't
in
connect.
common
So you
with
don't
you?
have like a young homie that you like maybe pour into and know and getting to know.
And I'm hanging out with to where I'm finna come
That
to his family.
That's what I'm saying, to your family.
Nah,
it's certain
bro.
arm's length that you hold.
Nah, I'm gonna play Big Brother at the motherfucking nonprofit. There we go.
Yeah.
You hear me?
There's certain people you...
Call me when you really need me, bro.
Yeah, but that crossed... It went
I'm finna
past
hang
certain
out with
boundaries.
the family and shit. Then I'm finna fuck
Then
your mama.
Right. And you just know...
You hear me? Cuz, like...
Hey, man, that shit...
Hey, hold on, no.
But that's
I asked your daddy, can I fuck your wife? Yeah,
That's
can
what
I
he
fuck
said.
your mama? You hear me?
Right.
But they moved past it. Willie Jackson.
And he said it's okay.
And August is doing
Yeah, that's
his
some
thing.
weird shit.
That's some weird shit, bro. But, I mean, the Jason Derulo shit just... You know, it just takes my mind to that same space when I see that.
Well, no, he's got
It makes sense
a
to me,
girlfriend
though,
that's
bro.
pregnant.
God.
She's on his TikTok with him.
That ain't never stopped nobody from doing wildest stuff.
Man, look, I'm about to show
And I know the girl, Jenna Frooms. Yep. She was the same chick that was Antonio Brown, and shit just went left, and she was out the house the next day. Shit don't matter. She had that baby, and the shit would be flying everywhere after that.
Damn. She one of those.
No, I ain't saying she one of those. I'm just saying she deals with high quality men that can be capable.
So let's talk. Can we
doing
talk about that
whatever.
real quick?
What?
Before we exit.
Exit, what we talking
So
about?
Joe Budden podcast, he was
What
talking
about?
about what you exactly just said.
Was he with that nigga on there?
Nah, not by Jason Derulo, but high quality. So how women look at men as net worth,
The dollar signs.
the dollar sign,
Right.
right? Would you agree to that? That majority women are looking at men instead of looking at like the relationship aspect. They're more looking about what he can offer.
I think you got to break that conversation up a few ways. I think it's a portion of women that do see things like that. And I think that portion of women is having an influence on how women that are, becoming into their womanhood or shaping their minds to look at guys like that. I don't know if they fully subscribe it, but if it continues, I think women will carry that narrative on. Women, like guys, will become more of a dollar sign than who they are as people. You talking about women looking at men as dollar signs.
What I'm saying is because we're losing the people are losing love, and you know what I mean. Like nobody's loving anymore. Instead, it is about the materialistic of what a man can offer. Shit, sometimes people say a lot of what men look at what women can offer. I know I don't want no stay at home woman. Like, I don't want no stay at home wife. Mm-hmm. I want a woman that can bring something to the table as well.
Well, I think stuff like that when it come to women, I think I think people are trying to level the power in the playing field. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you ask or you have a conversation with most people or even sometimes most women, I think, it's things and songs and statements out there that say this is a man's world. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like things and women have to do certain things that kind of...
But do y'all hear the rest of the song, though? That's the James Brown song. It said, but it be nothing without the woman.
I think women run the world, so I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Wars happen because of women. Fuck you mean?
Yeah, I'm just saying, but like that's kind of a narrative, and I think I think this is a time where women are kind of almost putting themselves in the driver's seat more than any other time. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's appropriate. I think it's roles for each gender, and they need to abide by it.
Yeah,
That's how I feel.
If, we gotta make things happen. Do what we gotta do. I can't wait on nobody to do that for me.
Where's that come from?
No, I didn't get what you were saying. Like gender roles. I don't quite understand.
Well, I was saying that when I said women are trying to jump in the driver's seat, even though I feel like I don't know who that role is for. Depends on the relationship. But I'm just saying, I think each gender should stay in their own lane. So if it's certain things that I feel that is best suited for a male.
Each gender or each person should stay in there.
Each gender. That's how I see things, male and female. That's how I see things. That's what I subscribe to. I don't know what people subscribe to outside of that, but that's me. So you know what I'm saying? Like if you subscribe to same gender, I don't know what that looks like.
No,
for you.
I'm thinking you saying like, okay, so let me.
You know what I'm saying? Because you know how I'm gonna dive into it.
No,
it ain't no coming off with that with me.
I start moving them shoulders and them hands.
I ain't get what you were saying. So what I mean by instead of what I'm saying, that's not where I was talking about.
You see how
I'm
I
like,
took
what are you saying? Like you know what I'm saying? What I'm saying instead of gender, because it goes back to what you were saying. You was like, women could be playing can be in the driver's seat, and a man can be in the passenger seat.
Yeah.
Like a man could be the stay-at-home dad, and a woman could be the one going out to work. So are you saying that you subscribe to a man being always in the driver's seat, or are you saying that's what I was trying to say?
Yeah,
so,
I wasn't saying that.
So
Gender doesn't dictate like black and white roles. Okay. I just think those people in that relationship dictate that. You know your strengths, so play towards it. Don't try to do anything outside of it that's not you. I'm a man, so I feel like I got it, but if that ain't really you, do this.
Yes, I agree.
Maybe you're a woman or your gal, but you got to find the right people that's going to, work well with that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. I don't know what was Joe saying. What was his take on it?
No, so what Joe was saying in his crew, they were saying exactly what we're saying. How women, it goes back to like that sweetie stands, man. The working bag situation.
7-figure nigga.
Yeah.
8-figure nigga.
I mean? And how it's diluting, what a relationship is. Like a man could be, like he said this, he said, why the fuck is a man that's making medium income, $50,000, $60,000, having to buy your ass a $700, item?
Right.
Like, and first of all, number one is the man dumb as fuck. Why are you even doing that to try and please this person? So it is his fault, you know what I mean? But at the same time, why is this woman wanting him to do that? Like, why aren't we on the same level? Instead of you looking at me as a ticket and wanting to drain me, why aren't you sitting here trying to build with me? You know what I mean? And I think a lot of people, I'm not even going to specifically say gender, a lot of people don't come to the table anymore. And they don't write down what the expectations are and what are our goals. How do we meet this together? Nobody knows how to work together as partners anymore. And that's basically the problem. Instead of looking at me as a fucking meal ticket, what do we look at? Like, how are we together, you know what I mean, as a family? How can we build this into an empire? Yeah. Instead of saying, yo, it's your job, you already got it, or you doing it, and I'm finna just eat off you like a succubus.
Or even the same for like men just not wanting a woman just to be a pretty face, or expecting her to stay in her lane, or whatever that, stuff means. So I think it's a balance of both ends. Absolutely.
You ain't getting nothing. What the hell she was talking about?
Kind of not, but I mean, I get what
she.
I get what you're saying, but I don't get how that was.
You trying to see where it coordinated with what you were saying?
Well, because it seemed like you just. I mean, it's like.
I wasn't being sexist. That was anybody.
No, I'm just saying. I can have talk back to you guys. I don't understand the problem there, but whatever.
No, T. I respect what you like. What you just said was. Totally, I understood it. I agree with it. But what I was saying was, as a team, as whatever it is, why don't people come together instead of looking at each other as it's your job? Instead of saying you, why don't we ever say we? A lot of people just point at each other instead of saying we. You are this man. I want this from you. Everybody's a succubus to each other. Oh, like you said, I see that fat ass. I want that. Instead, he got this check. You deserve this fat ass since you got this check.
Right, so that's what I was responding to initially, what you were saying about the women. Like with the Birkin bags. You used like the sweetie reference.
Right.
I don't know if y'all don't remember what y'all was talking about, but...
Yeah, I think, I don't know. What you were saying about that.
I always be acting like when I say something, like, ooh, what is she saying?
Nah, it ain't that. I was letting y'all, I was sitting back. Yeah, what's the time, huh?
Come on, man.
I just think the things around us have a huge influence on what we subscribe to and allow to kind of dictate what we gonna do. So I think, when it comes down to the music, the movies, the friends, a lot of people are followers, bro. So, people ain't...
Say that again. A lot of people are followers.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you ain't got... People... It's a whole lot... it's a whole thing to be independent, but... There's not a lot of independent thinkers. I'll tell you that right now. Most people form their way of thinking off of something or off of someone else. It's not just what they thinking it's not. So I think influence, kind of, it feeds into how people move or what they think the expectation of a man is or how they approach them or, even guys as well. You know what I'm saying? But Yeah, I think that's what it kind of boils into. Influence has a strong power that I think people undermine.
Who is influencing us, y'all? I'm just playing.
You know who influenced us. I said it. The movies, the music, the entertainment, our friends, like.
No, I was digging deeper. It was on spiritual. Because I read this book called Outwitting the Devil.
I was about to say the devil. Look.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. That's the devil's work. That shit ain't godly.
You know what I mean? And he said, and they asked the guy, Napoleon Hill, he asked the dude, he was like, bro, who are the people that that you can't control?
The devil
he
was
said
like,
the people that think for themselves.
You know, Satan, like he was, what am I trying to say, Amber? Like he was musically inclined is what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Yeah, like music was something that was huge. Like, so I understand like that when you playing with that, it has a huge influence, bro. Like, we probably listen to music. We probably take more music in than probably any other media. Yeah. When you really think about it, like as a whole, like it's a part of everything we do. Everything is scored. Everything has music. We listen to music already intentionally. Change your mood. Yeah, bro, and it's subtle. You know how people say music don't affect or influence you? I say that stuff. I say it when I'm thinking consciously, but I know me repetitively listening to something seeps into some part of my life or thinking.
Right there.
Unconsciously, bro. Yeah, but that's another pod for sure. Man, we gonna wrap it up. How y'all week going headed forward? I know you headed to the Shy. Yeah. T, what you got going on this weekend?
Working birthday parties.
Hey, who birthdays is it?
Mia, happy birthday, Mia.
Mia Bible, shout out to Mia. For me this weekend, I don't got much going on for real, but working, man. Mixing, we in the mixing stages. Actually in the mixing stages. Yesterday I went through a lot of them, but I gotta go and do everything. So I'm kind of doing everything as all.
So you don't know how many tracks gonna be on the project?
Oh, how many tracks on there? It's gonna be about, if I add these bonuses on there, it's gonna be about 11. Oh, if I don't, it's gonna be around 9.
How you feel getting back to the music?
I'm working with the cover right now. One of my best friend from high school doing it. Huh? What was that?
How does it feel getting back to the music?
I was trying to.
How does it feel getting back to the music is what she just asked.
It doesn't feel no different. I never left the music, so you know what I'm saying? I never really left the music. How does it feel to release a project since it's been like the last about 3 years almost? It feels good. I know it's gonna be a huge difference in just sound and just the creative growth. You know what I'm saying? I think that's gonna be something I'm excited to show off to the universe, to the world. And yeah, man, really put my best foot forward and man, make everything make sense with everything else I got going on. So, you know, the podcast, you know, everything, man. Hopefully we can get some more shows going into 2020, the rest of 21.
May 22nd, buddy.
Gee! Yeah, man, look out for flowers soon, man. They coming, man. Shout out to Profield. Shout out to Chris. Shout out to my barber B, man. I want to start shouting more people out, showing love. Y'all. If y'all don't know who Profield Reserve is, I always rock their stuff over here on my What's the Word page. They down off of Cherokee, South St. Louis, man. Check them out. They do good business, man. But and that's not even no promo shit or sponsorship. Them just good people, man. They do me right. So show the love back, man. But I think we gonna wrap up, man. And yeah, man. Holla at the kid. We out of here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.